Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Straight Talk, where we give it to you straight with no chaser. I am your host, the People's Champ, Christopher Platt. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we are broadcasting live this evening from the Platt Cave. How's everybody doing out there? I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, man, it's hot as the dickens outside. I believe that the news said it got up to 168 and a half degrees today. Gotta throw that half in there. Like it was kind of hot, you know. And this heat, it's weird, man, because there's no water around here. I'm literally out in the middle of the desert, so it's very dry. So the analogy I like to use is that it's when you live in a place with a lot of humidity, that's like being in a sauna. When you live in a place with no humidity, that's like being in an oven. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the oven or do you prefer the sauna? I guess that's all to your point of view. I guess the smart ones, y'all say neither. I'm going to go someplace where it's 75 and sunny all year round, right? That's why y'all smarter than me. Again, how's everybody doing out there this evening? Don't really have a topic for tonight. I just kind of wanted to vibe out with you all, see what was going on in your worlds, see what you all have been talking about. Kind of a somber straight talk. Well, Cleveland, what can I say, man? Another year, no ring. Now, first and foremost, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. They truly were the better team. I think there's no debate about that whatsoever. The best team won. And that's kind of the cool thing about basketball is that because they do play series, 9 times out of 10, the best team is going to win. That's just kind of how that goes. So congratulations to Golden State. I mean, that team is stacked, man. Iguodala, he's the MVP, and he didn't even start a game. But, I mean, Iguodala, David Lee, these guys are the guys they have coming off the bench, man. These guys are all-stars. Pardon me. These guys have been all-stars. David Lee was a 2010 guy in the league. So, I mean, they could ball. I am proud of my Cavaliers. We did pull up a violent fight, a good fight. We put up a good fight, and it was a great effort, and we literally gave it every single ounce that we had. But in the end, it reminded me a lot of the LeBron's first regime, right? Kind of 1-on-5. And in some games, it was 8-on-1, with the officiating. But again, congratulations to Golden State, to the victor go the spoils. The best team clearly won. We had a great season. I'm proud of that. I can't look back and say that it was a great season. I had a lot of fun during the ride. It just ended a little abruptly. But such is life, right? Now, I'm looking at it, and one of the reasons why this one hurts so much is that I don't know how long we're going to have LeBron at this level. Because, I mean, the miles on the odometer, they have to start to add up at some point in time, don't they? You would figure they have to begin to add up at some point in time. I mean, this man he's already played more minutes than Magic and Bird did in their entire careers. I mean, this man's played in 5 consecutive finals series. So that means he's hooping from September to June. And then keep in mind that I think one of those runs at least, there was the Olympics. So he basically played basketball all year because he went from, September to June. And then you head out to the training camp, and then the Olympics are in August. And then you fly back here from wherever the Olympics were, and you go right back to training camp in September. That's a grind, man. And, I mean, the man is human. The man is human. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, okay, well, yeah, maybe they'll re-sign K-Love, maybe they won't. I don't really know how I feel about that. They didn't really seem to mesh that well on the court or off the court, but I guess 17-10 is 17-10. And then Kyrie got hurt, but Kyrie is always hurt. He's always hurt. I mean, this dude played 11 games in college. because he got hurt. So he's just fragile. He's injury prone. He's a little fella. So I don't know why we have reason to believe that that tide is gonna change anytime soon. So that's a little worrisome. And I hang my head in this with the fact, or I hang my head on the fact that, and I take solace in the fact that the East is uber weak right now. So we'll at least be in the conversation for the next couple of years. But shoot, man, you look out west, man. Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, they're going to be back healthy again next year. The Rockets, they got to think they're only a player or two away, so they're going to make some moves. Dallas always has some money to throw around. The Spurs, you don't know how much they have left in the tank. They might be settling up for another last ride, Who else we got? The Clippers. They're going to have to make some moves because this dude just spent $2 billion for a team. And I don't really think when you spend $2 billion for something, patience is in your vocabulary. And Doc, the GM and the coach, are probably going to be GMing and coaching for their lives, so their livelihood. So they're going to make some moves, and they'll be tough. And then you got the Golden State Warriors. This is a young team, man. So they're young, fresh legs. They could extend this. So I'm optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic about the future just because I don't know. There's a lot of variables, and I don't know if this might have been our last best chance. But who knows, man? We still got the king. I kind of been staying off social media for the last 36 hours or whenever the game ended. I don't know. And the reason is because the LeBron hate was very palatable. And I don't really understand where all that is coming from, quite frankly. I have no idea where all the LeBron hate is coming from. Like, dude, what do you want? I mean, this man literally gave us everything he possibly had. He was playing 1-on-5. I don't think people understand. I mean, the offense was literally running through this guy every single play. And he could barely go sit down and take a breather because whenever he went on the bench, Golden State went on a run. So you couldn't even really give him a breather. I mean, what else did you really want this guy to do? And let's look at the team that he drugged to the finals. Remember, man, our second and third best players are out. So that's 40 points right there. Andy was out. Verjao, he would have contributed. And look what he's got, man, what he's left with. We got the dude who put Tahiri's ass on Instagram. We got the guy who swears up and down that Empire is the story of his life. We got a rugby player. We got a big, tall guy whose claim to fame was that he got housed by Blake Griffin so hard that his name became a verb. You got Moscow, rather. And then you say, well, okay, well, Mike Miller, rather, he played a little bit. He had little spot minutes here and there. And, Mike Miller was Rookie of the Year in 2001. And then we got my man Nat Cage on the sidelines. And shame on y'all, by the way. I'm real pissed off that didn't catch on. Shame on y'all. But you got Nat over there on the sidelines, man. So, I mean, they maximized whatever they had going on. Their ceiling was maximized. Like, this dude drugged Andrew Dellavedova within 2 wins of being the starting point guard of an NBA championship winning team. That's crazy. And I got love for each of those guys. Like, I'm not, shitting on those guys. I got love for each and every one, everybody that I name. I got love for Shump, JR, all of them, Mozzie, all of them. I got love for them, except for Nat. It's not that I don't have love for Nat, but Nat gives me a different kind of joy. Like, I find Nat very comical. So he gives me pleasure. You know what I mean? He gives me a lot of joy. So I don't really understand where all this hate is coming from. And I hear people say, oh, he's arrogant and this and that. They're all arrogant, man. As a matter of fact, you name me one successful man that's not arrogant. Sometimes that arrogance, or all the time, that arrogance pushes you to have the audacity to do things, great things. Because people are going to constantly tell you that you can't do it. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with their insecurity. So people are going to constantly be telling you what you can't do. So you got to have that arrogance. Sometimes you need a little chip on your shoulder. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to show you. And let's keep it real, man. 5 years ago, man, when he left Cleveland, we went out like some suckers, man. We really did. We went out like some suckers, man. We burning jerseys and all of that. And then my thing was, because I tried to be righteous about it. I was righteously indignant about it, and I said, well, it's not that he left, it's how he left, and that's a crock of shit too. It was, man. Let's be honest, it was. Because think about it. How many times have you seen a guy get cut or get traded, and he'll say, man, I didn't know I got cut or got traded till I turned on SportsCenter, or my homeboy texted me or something like that. You know what I mean? Because if LeBron was 35 years old with 2 shot knees, they throw him the boot in a minute. They chuck him the deuce and keep it moving. So cold world. It just is what it is, man. Cold world. That's how sports are. So why do we hold the players to a higher standard than we hold the owners and the management to? I mean, it's a cold world, man. Hell, if Peyton Manning can get cut, the rest of them suckers, man, they ain't really got nothing coming to them. You can cut Peyton Manning, right? So, yeah, I don't really understand where all the LeBron hate came from. And then he caught flack when he said that he was the best player in the league. Did you see what he was working with? Do I have to run down the list again? Well, you can watch it on the replay. I'm not going to waste time running down that list again. But, I mean, did you see what he was working with? So I'm optimistic about the future, but I'm a little nervous, too, because I'm kind of reading the tea leaves. And there's some real life situations that people are kind of overlooking when it comes to this thing. So I don't know. I'd like to think that we'll be back there for the next couple of years, and we probably will because the East is that bad. But the West, man, the West is stacked, and people are going to keep getting better. Teams are going to keep coming. And LeBron eventually is going to have to wear down because the man is human. I mean, there's a lot of things that that his body goes through, a lot of things that you don't even think about. For example, think about him having to shove that frame night in and night out into an airplane seat. Right? How uncomfortable are you on an airplane? Or the fact that, in the finals, the game's in at midnight or past midnight. So by the time he showers up and fulfills his media obligations, man, he's probably not leaving that spot till maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then this dude just played basketball. He just competed athletically at the highest level. So you know how that is, man. You get all wired up. Like if you go to the gym late at night, or past 6 o'clock, you leave, you all wired up. Like you're not going straight to sleep. So the man's not sleeping well. And he takes a lot of contact. A lot of that he causes just because he's kind of like a bull in a china shop. Like he's just so big and strong. Like that just, But yeah, I don't really understand where all the hate came from, man. That's my thing. I just really didn't understand that, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit because I don't know what else you want from the man. The man averaged 37, 12, and 9. You know what I mean? He scored. I think he scored damn near half the points that the Cavs scored in the entire series. So I don't really know what else you want from the man. Now is he a little self-grandiose? Yeah. He is, but the man's been famous since he was 14. His whole world has revolved around him since he's been a kid. So what do you expect? Never seen him in any trouble with the law. None of that. So I don't understand the hate. Maybe y'all can help me out on that. If you're just tuning in to Straight Talk tonight, we don't have a topic. I just kind of want to vibe out with you guys. I want to hear what's on your mind. What are you talking to with your people, or what are you and your people conversing about? And let's just kick it a little bit. It's summertime, the finals over, there's nothing on TV. We can kick it a little bit. So if you're new to the broadcast, there's a couple of ways we can go about doing this. You can log in through your Facebook, through your Twitter, whatever the case may be. And then you can send me your chat, like I can see you on the chat screen. So you can send me your questions, you can send me your comments and the like. You can also sign in through the actual Ustream website. You'll have to sign in and create a username and a password and all of that. But once you do that, again, you can now you can participate in the chat room, and you can send me your questions and your comments as well. And I toggle back and forth between the two. So yeah, just shoot me a line and I will see it. And hopefully we'll have time to get to it. But yeah, man, just participate, man. Let's participate. Let's chop it up, as they say, right? Let's chop it up. So yeah, I'm a little melancholy. I'm proud of the team, but I'm also a little melancholy. See, I got my forgiveness shirt on, representing. This is the old school right here. Like most of y'all don't even know about that. If you're not of a certain age and of a certain era, most of y'all don't even know nothing about that. Y'all don't even know nothing about Larry Nance or Hot Rod Williams or Mark Price or Brad Daugherty or none of them cats, do you? Everybody know ELO. Like ESPN make sure everybody know ELO. But, that's neither here nor there. But, yeah. Hold your head up, Cleveland. We fought hard and they represented us well. So hold your head up. And again, congrats to Golden State, man, because the best team truly did win. The best team won, right? So we can get back to that in a second. I want to switch over here for a second and get to a few of your questions. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the good folks at Fat Tire. Again, New Belgium Fat Tire. If you've never had this, I suggest you try it. It's a lager. It'll kind of put you in the mind. It's almost like a mix between, it's in the middle of like Sam Adams and Guinness. Like it's kind of smack dab in the middle right there. But it's low hoppy. It's got a real nice taste to it, and it's got a real smooth finish. So again, shout out to Fat Tire. And I think it's not a local brewery, but a domestic brewery. I believe they're in Colorado. I had to slow down when I say that word because I butcher it all the time. You know what I mean? I got to slow down. Colorado. I had a white guy one time. I was working this gig where I was doing like these in-store infomercials for household items like, fake Ginsu knives and microfiber mops and shit like that. So this guy, he had been a traveling salesman at the carnival or something like that. And he listened to the pitch. He's like, "Oh yeah, I dig your pitch, man, but you got not sound so urban." I'm looking at him like, how in the hell am I gonna pull that one off? Even Bryant Gumbel sounds like a white guy or a black guy trying to sound like a white guy, right? So how am I supposed to pull that one off? Anywho, that's neither here nor there. Let me get here to some of your questions. Can you see this? Yes, I can. Next. Are you really going to leave if Donald Trump gets elected? Yes. Next question. Yeah, I put something on my Facebook a couple days ago saying, yeah, if y'all let Donald get anywhere near the White House, I'm leaving. So, yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah. Which candidates do you like the most? Honestly, I don't really like any of them. Well, no, that's not true. There is one guy that I do like. There's one guy I do like. It's this old white dude. His name is Bernie Sanders. And he's a registered independent, but he actually decided to run as a Democrat, which is very smart on his part, which I can appreciate because that means that he'll be participating in the debates that'll be coming up next summer. So shout out to him. The problem is they won't let him sniff the White House because he says too much real shit. Number one, he classifies himself as a socialist. And, for some reason that scares the hell out of Americans. Just that word, even though most people don't even know what the word means. And really, the word is so ambiguous because there's so many different forms of socialism that there is no really one set defined definition of what socialism is. I think some people get confused with communism. That's what I think. But matter of fact, I probably just tripped the wire right there just because I said the word socialism. So, y'all might want to log off. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. But yeah. And basically, when he says socialism, he's talking about there's a form of socialism that they use I believe in Sweden. And basically, it just means that the government will at least take care of your basic needs. So what that means is that they'll give you health care, a nigga can get a sandwich, and you'll have a roof over your head. Like basic stuff that just should be basic. Like these should be inalienable rights. A melon farmer should be able to afford to get sick. You should be able to get a sandwich, something to eat, and you should be able to have a roof over your head. That's basic stuff, man. Come on. That's not really cutting into anybody's profit margin that tough. Like those are just basic needs that should be taken care of, man. That's just what it is, man. There's no excuse in America for anybody to go hungry, man. That's just no excuse for that. And I don't give a damn what you think. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Like, seriously, how can you justify that? I'd like to see you try. How can you justify that? Excuse me. So that's what he's talking about. Just basic needs. But again, they're not going to let him sniff the White House. But yeah, man, that's just basic needs. And there's a couple of things, because I've watched Donald Trump, his old stump speech when he gave his announcement yesterday that he was going to run for president. And I watched it, and there's a couple of things that I did agree with what he said. He talked about how we're turning into a third world country, and I've been saying that for a while now. It's the truth. But I don't think he's the gentleman to solve it. He's a joke, man. Like, I don't even understand why people take him seriously. He's a joke. You can tell him I said it. He's a joke. Donald, if you're watching, you're a joke. Alright? You're a reality TV star. Because I could really get into Donald, man, and let y'all know what it really is, man. Because y'all be looking at him like, oh my God, he's so successful and this and that. And I'm not saying he's starving, not by any means. But, you know, I can let y'all know what the deal is. But I don't really want to get into Donald Trump because as far as I'm concerned, he's a non-factor. So, yeah, I don't really like any of these guys they got running, man. I know, you know, that Bush better not get his ass up in there. But honestly, though, I guess I'm not really the guy to ask because I no longer participate in presidential elections anyway. I'm not saying I'm never going to ever vote again, but I can't see myself voting anytime soon. My vote doesn't matter. Neither does yours. And I know that, you know, that angers a lot of people, especially black folks. They get real indignant when you say you don't vote. You know, oh, people died for you to have the right to vote. Well, them niggas should have picked something else to die for. If niggas should have found another hill to die on, literally, okay? With all due respect, of course. With all due respect to the elders. But, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. My vote does not matter. And neither does yours, quite frankly. You don't elect the president, man. You don't. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you don't. The Electoral College elects the president. And there's not out of 7 of you, there ain't one, and there's not a person on this line right now that can tell me what the Electoral College is. There's not one person on this line that can tell me what the Electoral College is. And one of you ambitious melon farmers might go Google it right quick and copy and paste some crap y'all see off Wikipedia, and it ain't gonna be nothing but a bunch of empty, ambiguous platitudes, and it's not gonna tell me anything. It's not gonna tell you anything. But you're gonna convince yourself that, oh no, it's this. I know what it is. Get out of here, man. Nah, man. You do not elect the president of the United States, man. You don't. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you don't. As a matter of fact, if you think I'm lying or if you think I'm full of shit, in your lifetime, you've seen a melon farmer get elected that the people didn't vote for. You know the guy, you know, GW. His daddy was in there, had the coke problem. You know the guy. Doesn't care about black people. Just kidding. But yeah, you know the guy. Yeah. That man didn't win the popular vote. So you've seen it happen. So they tell you your vote doesn't matter, man, because what do they say? Well, in order to be elected president of the United States, you have to get I forgot how many electoral college votes it is. I forgot what the magic number is. Right? So they tell you don't vote for the president. They tell you your vote doesn't matter, man. And I bet there's one of y'all out here willing to fight me right now for some of the things I just said. And they telling you your vote don't matter. Let me hip y'all to game, man. Let me take it down to the street level. Let me hip y'all to some game, man. The popular election, all that is a big-ass straw poll. And that's how the powers that be take the temperature of the country. Like, that's how they gauge the pulse of the country, is through the popular vote, to see which way that the country is leaning. That shit ain't nothing but market research, man. Literally, market research, because it's all about the dollar. So it ain't nothing but market research, man. Just see which way y'all leaning. And then they take that stuff back, or they take the results back, and then they figure out how to sell us stuff with the results, with what they learn. Well, America's leaning this way, so, you know, So, yeah. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So, y'all can go out there and stand in them polls for 2 hours. Go vote one of them clowns in. Which they've probably already decided who they want. And if they haven't, they will by the end of this summer. I can guarantee you that. If you want to really participate in politics in terms of voting, you buy you a local politician, man. Because that's what affects you on a daily basis. And I've said this on this show ad nauseum. I'm going to keep saying it until y'all start listening. If you want to participate in that game at all, man, yeah, you got to on the local level, because that's what affects you on a daily basis anyway. But that presidential thing, man, yeah, man, you ain't got nothing to do with that. You ain't got nothing to do with that. And you'll send them, they'll come out here and they'll tell you, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, and then they get in there and they're not gonna do a damn thing, man. Like, everybody's being bought and paid for by the same people. That's kind of how politics works. Like, hey, man, you running for office, okay, I'm gonna cut you a check. And then he get in office, he or she, they get in office, and now you got them by the purse strings. Like, hey, man, remember that check I cut you? Yeah, well, look at this. Look here. This is what we gonna do. Cold world, man. But hopefully that's why you come here, because I give it to you straight with no chaser. So yeah, I really don't give a damn who's running, because it's not going to affect me one way or the other. And I have nothing to do with that. So yeah, I don't vote, man. I'm cool. I'm straight. Y'all go ahead though, knock yourselves out. Write my name in. That's as good as whoever y'all go pick. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm cool on all of that, man. Who y'all looking at? Who y'all like? Yeah, who y'all like? Who y'all want to see in office? Because I know a lot of y'all gonna say Hillary, and I ain't got no beef with Hillary, and I think it actually would be cool to have a woman in office. But that being said, dude, that's, it's the Clintons. Like, are you not tired of the Clintons yet? You not tired of the Bushes yet? What's she really gonna do? Women, she might be able to get y'all like an extra $1 at the workplace or something like that. So, now the men will be making, $15 and you'll be making $13.50 or something like that. But other than that, what's she really gonna do? So, yeah. Unless we got some bread together and then we could, shoot her a check. But, y'all ain't gonna want to do that though. Y'all don't want to spend no money on that. And they got them new J's about to come out and them Yeezys coming out at the end of the month. So, y'all got more important things to worry about. That money thing is a trip though, man. It really is, because, the powers that be have designed a whole system that's predicated on having money. Like, you literally can't eat without money. But they done pulled the wool over our eyes so much that we think it's something wrong with having money. You know what I mean? We think it's something wrong with having money. You can't do shit in this country without money. But we think it's something wrong with having money. They even slipped it in the book. Oh, it's easier for a camel to get through than I have a needle. Well, no. Come on, man. They also got the story of Solomon in there. Solomon was the wisest man in the world. He was also rich, too. I think he was the original person to say, I'm rich, bitch. But they edited that out. That's in the Hebrew version. They edited that out, though, for the English translation. Thy rich, bitch. Thou rich, bitch. Yeah, man, but they got y'all so screwed up, man, that y'all think it's something wrong with having some money, man. And you can't do nothing without money. That's crazy to me. A Rose says, to be honest, I haven't really followed because I know it doesn't really matter. Oh, talking about the presidential thing. It doesn't matter who they get in there, man. Because whomever they get in there is not going to be looking out for your ass. And I don't care if it's your black ass, your white ass, your Asian ass, your Arab ass, your red ass, your blue ass, your green ass, your Martian ass. Who'd I forget? Whoever I forgot, insert your ass here, okay? But yeah, so yeah, man. But they'll try to mount, and I'll pay attention to the Dog and Pony Show because I'm fascinated by the whole political game. It fascinates me. So I'll keep an eye on it. I'll check out the debates, but yeah, nah, bro, you ain't gonna see me at them polls. I'm straight. You should be too. You want to vote, man, and you want to vote with your dollar. But that's neither here nor there. Again, we ain't gonna do that. We gotta go get some lace fronts. Let's see what else we got here. I knew this was gonna come up. I knew this one was gonna come up. What are your thoughts about our girl, Rachel Dolezal? I refuse to learn that broad shitty name. She just Rachel, man. I refuse to learn that broad shitty name, and you can't make me. What you gonna do? Leave the chat? Ah, well, I guess I'll just be down to 6 viewers then. Man. This is my thing on that whole situation, because when it first came out, I think last week, I put a little post up on my Facebook, just being silly. I posted the picture. Okay, for those of you that don't, y'all know who Rachel is. We don't have to do the recap, do we? Y'all know who this woman is, right? The woman that pretended to be black. She's the president of the NAACP. And it came out, her parents said, no, she's not black. She doesn't have any black in her. And so, yeah, so I went out and I put the a little thing up on my Facebook, just being silly. And I put the before and the after up there. And, I made a joke about, how did she go from Stephanie Tanner to Tracy Ellis Ross? And I thought the jokes were just going to flood after that. Like, I really thought this was just, we were just going to have a good time with this one, right? And then, I'm on this internet thing, and I'm reading, and people are putting out think pieces, and, people who I respect, people whose work I respect and admire, are putting out think pieces, and they're talking about it and this and that. And while a lot of them had some interesting points and valid points as well, I'm left looking like, really? Like, wow, I didn't realize y'all had decided to take this one seriously. I thought we were just going to have a joke about, a laugh about this, and then we'd move on. Yet it is a week later, and we still talking about this chick. So, yeah, I refuse to learn her shitty name. Because, it's silly, man. That whole situation is very silly to me. My first thought was, why in the hell would anybody want to be black? Because I joke with my white friends all the time, because, white people, they like that to tan and stuff like that. And, I joke with them, and they look good with a little color in them, so I just be picking with them. But I joke with them, and I tell them, hey, listen, man, having darker skin is really a wildly overrated experience. Trust me on this one. Right? So, yeah, that's my first thought. Why the hell would anybody want to be black? And then she rose through the ranks, and she became the president of the NAACP. Like, dude, that's hilarious. That's funny. Like, that's a movie. In fact, that was a movie. That was a movie. Some of my older listeners, man, I don't know if y'all remember the movie Soul Man. It came out in the 80s. Y'all remember that movie Soul Man? Like, this is Soul Man incarnate, which is crazy. So anyway, for those that don't know, Soul Man, it stars C. Thomas Howell. Y'all don't know the name, but y'all know the face. Like, I can't remember anything else he was in off the top of my head, but y'all know the face. Y'all can Google C. Thomas Howell, and you'll be like, okay, he's that guy. And Ray Dawn Chong, and you remember Ray Dawn Chong, she was the ethnic it girl in the 80s. So she was in a string of those 80s movies. She was also the female lead in Commando. Y'all remember the movie with Schwarzenegger? Y'all remember the movie, that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Commando? Yeah, she was the female lead in that. I think she was a stewardess or something like that. So anyway, so this dude, C. Thomas Howell, he applies for Harvard, and he gets accepted, but his parents refuse to pay for it. I don't really remember why. They could have paid for it, but they chose not to. I don't know. They trying to teach him to be a man or some crap like that. I don't really remember. So he decides to apply as a black person. So he gets this little Jerry curl afro wig. Think of Daryl, the Soul Glow Prince, and Coming to America, and you got his hair, and he's got the darker skin. And not only does he get accepted to Harvard, but he actually gets a scholarship now. You know what I mean? And then, chaos ensues because he meets Ray Dong and they fall in love. And then he realized that he stole her scholarship and she got to work like 11 jobs and stuff like that. And then, hijinks ensues. But through being or seeing the world through the lens of a black guy, he starts to have an understanding of what it's all about. Because there's some funny scenes in there, like he's at the rec center and the two little nerdy white dudes are fighting over whose basketball team he's gonna be on and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But there's some real poignant stuff in there as well. Another good movie of this ilk is Watermelon Man. Now this one came out in the '60s, I believe, and it was done by Melvin Van Peebles, who was Mario's father. I beg your pardon. That's a real good one too. This white guy wakes up one morning and all of a sudden he's black. That's a real good one too. Y'all should check out. But yeah, this Rachel situation, man, that's that shit. I'm like, dude, we're really gonna have a hot take on this? Like, we're really going to have think pieces and all? Dude, man, you better let them jokes fly, man. Oh man, yeah, man, life is funny, man. Y'all better figure out how to find some humor in this life where you can, man. You'll never make it out alive. This whole situation is hilarious, man. And, she might have had the best intentions in mind. Like, she might have really been down for the cause. I don't really know the fact that she chose to do that. I thought that for a second. Then it came out that she sued Howard University. This was when she was still white. She sued them for racial discrimination. And all of a sudden she comes back white. And is the president of the NAACP. That shit crazy. Like, that's funny, man. So yeah, so I'm at first I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's down for the cause, and then I started seeing her pop up on TV, and she was on the Today Show, and she did a interview with Gayle King, and I heard she did one with Perez Hilton, and I didn't even know he was still a thing, and hell, I probably could have got her on here on Straight Talk, so she's enjoying her 15 minutes right now. And I haven't checked out any of the interviews, but I saw a few snippets here and there. And one thing that stood out to me that I found that was very poignant was that she said that she identified as black. So we'll get back to that in a second, but what else? So yeah, so the family, so she comes from this weird family that adopted like these 4 or 5 black kids, and they were living in tents. Like, the family was living in tents. And then come to find out that she took one of her adopted brothers or sisters, one of her adopted siblings, and made them act as her black child and told them to keep their mouths shut. And yeah, man, it's just, yeah, like, that family is on some other shit. So this is just, yeah, that family is on some other shit, And the whole thing is just comical to me, man. Like, there's a lot of comedic fodder in there. And I've seen a few things, but I don't understand why we're taking this thing seriously. Like, I don't get that. Now, let me see. Yeah, A-Rose says, it's great she wants to help us out, but who is she? So, one thing, the most poignant thing, and well, the thing that I take away from this whole situation is that it's really good to be white, y'all. It is really good to be white. Because you have this white woman who ups and decides she wants to be black. She tells you that she identifies herself as black. And you got black people co-signing her. Like, I saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came out and co-signed her. And, Kareem, all due respect, that's a sucker move, dude. Go sit your Glockcomb having ass down somewhere, man. Like, come on, man. And that's the only thing that sticks out in my head is how good it is to be white. Like, this woman was clearly born as a white woman, decides she wants to be black, and y'all just gonna let it roll. Like, cool. Carrie Hilton co-signed her too. Well, Carrie gonna do anything to try to get her name back out there. I probably could get Carrie. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to Carrie next week. We might have Carrie Hilton on a very special Straight Talk. Okay. I'll probably have to let her sing, but what else? She'll bring some new eyeballs at least. But yeah, man, she's out here getting co-signed for this crap, man. So it's like, it's really good to be white, man. Because that shit don't work like that the other way. Because there's a lot of y'all within the sound of my voice that want to be white. Let's keep it 100. But it don't really work like that. See, that's the thing, man. Like, we don't get to decide who's black and who's white. That's not up to us. We don't get that luxury. And I mean, she really went through it all. Like, it's not easy to get that white hair to knot up and shit like that. Like, that's not easy. That's not, like, she went all in, man. She went all in. But she gonna be straight, man. You know, they got the book deal coming out, I'm sure. They'll have the Lifetime movie starring Tracy Ellis Ross. Or maybe that might be what Carrie Hilton trying to co-sign. She want to get that Lifetime movie role. The Rachel, whatever her shitty last name is, story. Right? And then she can also do the soundtrack as well. Yeah, man. So yeah, that shit is crazy, man. And you know, and it might have been a case where she got turned out, man. She got one of them big Dikembe Mutombo brothers, and he gave her that black power, if you know what I mean. And she woke up that next morning and cooking chicken and waffles and listening to Stevie Wonder and planted watermelon patches in the backyard and shit. But yeah, I couldn't believe how much traction and how much attention this thing got, man. Like, it really tripped me out. Like, people were really taking this thing seriously. What's up, Reg? Reg says this is to take people's minds away from the real issues of cops killing us and getting away with it. And that's true. She says at least she was trying to do something positive in the community. Well, I'm not going to argue her merits, because at this point in time, she's going to lose her job. Like, you perpetrate a lie that big on your job, you think you're going to be able to keep it? Shoot, my sister lost a job one time for some jail stuff that happened like 15 years prior. And you know what I mean? And it just happened to come on somebody's radar. So, regardless of what it is she was trying to do, this whole thing is just bizarre. Like, I'm not going to question her merit. She might have did a very good job. I'm not going to lie. She might have. I don't know. I just find the whole situation bizarre, and I find it hilarious. And I'm mad that you all aren't sharing in the hilarity. And Reg brings up a good point as well, because that's actually where I was about to take it, is that whenever stuff like this gets traction in the media, the first thing you need to think is, okay, well, what else is going on? Why are they pimping this story so hard? Like, what am I not supposed to be seeing? And that's, that honestly, that's how you got to look at it. Honestly, because the media no longer has any integrity whatsoever. So that's how you got to look at it. Like, what is this hiding? It's the sleight of hand. You know what I mean? It's like I'm a magician. I'm going to make this lighter disappear, right? So I act like I put it in here, and you see you all and you don't see that I'm back here putting the lighter in my damn pocket. Well, it ain't gonna go in my pocket, so I'm gonna just sit on it. Oh, and you're like, oh, right? Don't fall for the okie doke, man. And yeah, this thing had legs. Like I said, man, this has been going on for a week, and she's doing interviews everywhere. Fred says, well, I can get away with it though. Nah, nigga, they gonna think you Arab, bro. That's even worse. You go, your Arab looking ass man, you go in the store to buy some damn lighter fluid. FBI gonna swarm on that place, man. You gonna be detained and anal cavity searched. You go in the corner store to buy some lighter fluid and some Cheetos, nigga. They gonna think you making a bomb. Shoot, bro. But that's the thing, man. Again, it brings me back to my point, man. That's how good it is to be white. Because not only can this woman just say I'm black or identify as black, and again, we all jacked up, aren't we? Now we got a new word in the lexicon because, you know, white people get to make up words as well. Now we have transracial. The fuck does that mean? Because Reg is a good example, because Reg is half and half. Reg is, you know, I hope you don't mind putting your business out there, Reg, but we all family here, so it's all good. Reg, you know, his mother was white and his dad was black. But we all know that just means you black. I mean, my girl is half and half, but she's black. And that's not her decision. Just like that's not your decision. You're just black. Like, don't fall for the okie doke. You know what I mean? Like, you don't make that decision. Like, that's not your call. So, yeah, you're just black. It's what it is. But now we got this new stuff out here. Yeah, transracial. So we got a new word now. So everybody, you know. So, yeah, half y'all want to be white. The white folks want to be black. You know what I mean? The women, they be injecting that poison in their lips and shit. And, you know, tanning to no end till they dark as this damn beer bottle. And, you know, getting the butt injections and all that shit. So half y'all want to, so the black folks want to be white. The white folks want to be black. The men want to be women. The women want to be men. Man, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? Y'all need to call every damn person you know and tell them to watch this damn show, man. Because y'all motherfuckers, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I fall off the grid for a little bit to try to, you know, find myself and find some bliss and discover my purpose. And y'all motherfuckers just let the world lose. Y'all just lost your damn minds. We transgendered, we transracial, we transunion. Next thing you know, it's going to be a nigga out there trying to marry his dog, man. Oh, well, I'm trans species. I'm not just a human. I'm trans species. And we love each other. Yeah, that's because you put peanut butter on your genitals and he liked peanut butter, so he licked them out, licked it off. Like, for real, though. Like, this shit is crazy, man. Now, I'm of the live and let live philosophy, of course. That's my credo, my motto, and that's how I feel. But, dude, like, yo, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, what's going on? Like, really? There was recently a guy arrested for raping his wife's dog. Well, you know what it is. You said his wife, so he married. He ain't getting no pussy. You got to get him from somewhere. Jeez Louise, man. Like, man. And y'all gonna ride with this. We're gonna have a bunch of transracial people, huh? But see, this is the thing, man. And I'm gonna get a little serious here just for a second. But this is the thing, man. If you just tuning in, man, right now we're talking about the Rachel, whatever her shitty last name is. I refuse to learn it and you can't make me. So that's what we're talking about. So feel free to share your comments. And my whole riff on this thing was I don't understand why we weren't laughing collectively. Like, this is some shit that should have brought us together and shared a laugh and a Coke and a smile. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, because when shit gets too real, you know, when she get done with her little jungle bunny experiment, she can tiptoe her little Mary Poppins ass right back across that line. So she gets to come and go as she pleases. You see what I'm saying? Which is how I initially began this soliloquy, by saying that how good it was to be white. It's good to be white. Tis what it is, man. Reggie said the one drop rule. I'm doing all right, Reg, man. How you doing, brother? I'm doing all right, man. I'm holding on, man. You know, I'm not hanging in there because that hanging is uncomfortable. So you got to hold on, brother. The one drop rule, yeah, Reg, the one drop rule. What was it? If you had a 1/32nd of black blood in you, you were considered black. And see, we took that the wrong way, man. Because what they were really saying was, this is what they said. I'm not saying this. This is what they said. Remember, I just said 1/32nd drop of black blood and you were black. So that means that in order to stand up to me, you got to go get 32 white boys to compare to one of me. Think about it. Think about it. Seriously. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, this whole situation is crazy. Yeah, she's going her media run and she's enjoying her 15 minutes. And like I said, she'll work a book deal out of that, or a reality show or something like that. You know, have a real, catchy title like Hidden Colors or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or, Black on the Inside, or, on the black hand side, or some dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? Something catchy. And she'll be just fine. She'll be just fine, man. But yeah, man, this whole situation, man, y'all better learn how to find some jokes in life, man. The dude raping his dog. There's an animal lover out there. My God, dude, that shit's funny. Come on, man. That's funny. This is ridiculous. It is hilarious. It is absurdity. Kind of like this whole Rachel thing. It is hilarious in its absurdity. Nobody happy with who they are. Everybody want to be somebody else. Y'all lost y'all damn minds, man. I'm serious. Shoot, even if Donald don't get in, I might just bounce, man. Or y'all might be crazy enough to let it happen, to let Donald Trump's old rug on the top of his head ass get in office. Y'all pissed off at the Arabs and y'all let Donald Trump walk around with a damn turban on his head and call it hair. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all look crazy, man. Yo, man, y'all need to start spreading this message, man, because y'all need to hear what I'm saying, man. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm trying. I'm really trying, man. I got nothing but love for y'all, man. And y'all need to set that alarm clock in and wake up, man. This shit is silly, man. Man, this shit is silly. Reggie said, I hope not for people. You know people are watching, man. We probably gonna get a whole fleet of black white women coming out now. Shit. Iggy Azalea gonna start tanning and get some micro braids in her hair. Coco. You know what I mean? Just, yeah, man. This shit is crazy, man. And this is the thing that's scary, man, because there's going to be some copycats, man, because I know if you were a black person that went to college and you took any sort of sociology class, you always had that one white asshole in there talking about, well, I couldn't get accepted to this school and that's why I'm here. But if I was black, I could have got accepted and I would have got a scholarship because of affirmative action. Shut the fuck up. And we're not going to get into all of that, but y'all know the dude I'm talking about. What's going to stop that dude from doing the C. Thomas Howell, man? This dude going to do the Soul Man now. He going to change his name to Leroy Jenkins. You know what I mean? And shame on the NAACP too, although they really haven't been relevant for a long time. And I honestly can't even get mad that that happened because, you know, that's not really our organization anyway. I mean, there was a point in time where that organization did have some sort of relevance. That time has come and gone. But, you know, that was founded by Jewish people. So that's not even a black founded organization or a black organization to begin with. That being said, and this is sad, That is the only really organized organization that we have in this entire country. Like, we don't have shit else. And that's sad. That's the most prominent black organization that we have. That's kind of sad, man. It really is. Like, y'all dropping the ball. And they're not relevant at all. Like, they're just the punchline of a joke. Like, you couldn't make this shit up, man. Like, that's some shit I would have said hi. Being funny. you know what I mean? Sitting around after a few sarsaparillas or something, man. That's some shit I would have said hi. Right? So yeah, man, y'all better learn to find the humor in this, man. Like this one, yeah. Like there's a lot going on right now in society in general, man. And this ain't really the issue that you want to hang your hat on. Like Rachel's shitty last name is not the hill you want to die on. You know what I mean? She identifies as black. Well, I identify as wealthy, but when I go check my bank account, it's going to tell me something different. I identify as a non-smoker, but that's a black and mild, by the way, man. I wouldn't be on the internet doing some illegal stuff. Right? I identify as having blonde hair and blue eyes. Right? So, come on, man. Fuck out of here, dude. Come on, man. Let's not take this one that seriously, man. Next week, there'll be something else, and we'll be talking about that, I'm sure. Next week, too, I do want to get into what's going on down there in the Dominican Republic. Do y'all know about that? They're trying to deport the dark-looking people. And they've got them like in these set up in these concentration camps right now, getting ready to be deported. And they're trying to hide behind the fact, or they're trying to hide behind saying that they're Haitians. But like these people have been in the Dominican Republic for 2 and 3 generations. So yeah, y'all need to Google that, man. Like it's some real stuff going on down there, man. It really is, and it's crazy, and nobody's talking about that. But that that's South America, man. There's a lot of that going on, man. I was talking to a young lady. This was a while back, but I was talking to a young lady, and I don't know how the topic came up, but we were talking about Brazil, and I was saying how there were people black as coal with blonde hair and blue eyes. And she was saying, well, no, I don't see that. All I see is light-skinned people. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. You know what I mean? Like, that's who they put out. That's the public face. But, yeah, there's a lot of dark-skinned people out there, man. Same thing in Australia. Australia is the whitest place in the world. You know why? Because they massacred and got rid of all the Aboriginal people. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But yeah, man, y'all gotta figure out where to find some jokes in this life, man. Like, there are some issues that we need to talk about, and there are some issues that need to be discussed and need to be addressed. And that's why I have this forum, because I want everybody to have a safe space, no matter if you're black, white, red, brown, whomever, to give your honest opinion, to give your honest feelings, and to have some honest and constructive dialogue. So we can start coming up with some solutions, and we can start doing better. We supposed to be doing better in 215, man. We got white pickaninnies and niggas raping dogs. That's not better, man. That ain't better, Jack. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So yeah, man. Everything we don't have to take everything so ultra seriously and be so ultra sensitive about everything. Because I'm gonna make some some Caitlyn Jenner jokes too. Just jokes, man. Just jokes. If you guys are new to this broadcast, we do this every Wednesday. By the way, man, what do you guys know about the Periscope app? That was just recently brought to my attention, the Periscope app, and I'm looking into it, and I'm going to see if it would be feasible for me to start doing the show on there, and see how that works. I don't know if I could do the Ustream and the Periscope or what, but I'm looking into that. So any feedback or knowledge of that application that you all have would be greatly appreciated. because it might be a good way to you know, increase my viewership. Because, you know, quite frankly, I love y'all, but if I can't start to increase my viewership, there's really no reason for me to keep doing this. So I'm looking to try to find new avenues to do this thing. So yeah, whatever feedback y'all have on that, let me know. Mr. Williams says my mom's dad was dark as me with blue eyes. He was Sicilian. Yeah, he had some black in him too, man. You go read about Hannibal. And now he marched into Rome on the elephants and wrecked shop. Like there's a lot of like the black, like Sicilians don't like to talk about that they have black blood in them. They don't like to talk about that at all. It actually pisses them off. You might mess around and have to fight a melon farmer if you break it up. Like that's how serious it is. But I'm serious, man. Go read your history. No, don't go read your history books. Go read some other history books. Dude, there was black emperors of Rome, man. There were black popes, dude. They don't tell you about that. So yeah, man, there's some black. Where you think they got that olive skin from, dude? Same thing with them Arabs, man. They try to act like they're not black either. And the Polynesians, they try to act like they're not black, dude. Come on, man. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway, guys, I really do appreciate you tuning in. Again, we do this every Wednesday, 9:30 Eastern. Okay. Remember to follow me on Facebook at Christopher Platt. Also follow me on Twitter at The Real C Platt. Again, I'm on Twitter at The Real C Platt. So follow me on those avenues. I'll keep you abreast of what we do when the shows are happening. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Come back next week. I don't know. We might be in a different format. I might be testing out that Periscope thing. I don't know. But stay tuned, okay? God willing, I'll see you guys right back here next week. Maybe we'll be talking about a black-white guy. I don't know. I'm going to leave you on this thought, though, before we get out of here. Again, I'll see you guys next week. Same black time, same Platt channel. Do you know what the #1 beauty product is sold throughout the world? Bleaching cream. The #1 beauty product sold throughout the world is bleaching cream. Y'all marinate on that one. Till we meet again, shalom.